around.
Alhamdulillah.
But I love what you've done for yourself personally. I want to take that moment to say so, because a lot of the time, I think, especially with these events, and Durban, it has no shortage of events. So we speak about that there's always some pop-up, some ladies brunch, some lunch, some high tea. It's always, if you can never be bored in Durban or have a free weekend. But a lot of the time behind these events is not only purpose driven, but there's also, it's the pioneers behind it. And Muslima today goes a lot deeper than that, because your vision was very deep. It was almost the type of women that you wanted to bring together were not the typical that you see at every one of these events. That was something you were very vocal about from the start. So tell us about that vision when Muslima Today started, the type of women that you wanted to see at an event, at a table, around those tables, and part of the discussions.
Bismillah, I wanted to see every type of woman.
Yeah.
To be frank, I didn't want to only see middle to upper income Indian Muslim women.
Right.
I wanted to see women from all racial groups, all cultural and economical backgrounds, all demographical backgrounds, married, divorced, never been married, young, old. I once attended an event at the Durban Exhibition Center. It was at night. It was a very famous overseas speaker that women of all race groups love, but only Indian Muslim women from the middle to upper income groups were there. I didn't see a single woman who was not an Indian Muslimah there.
Wow.
And that really, really upset me. And it was because of logistical reasons. It was because of affordability. So my major vision behind Muslima Today was to bring women of all backgrounds together, and very, very close to that was to just simply provide a safe space for women where they could express themselves. Because back when we started, remember this is our 13th year excluding COVID.
Right.
Back when we started, there weren't as many events as the number of events we see now. Men could go to the masjid every Friday and have a platform. They could access the ulama, but women couldn't do that. So we wanted that kind of a platform for them as well.
That is something else that you bring that up as well. You were very careful about the presenters, the panelists, the people that were speaking on the platform. Like you mentioned, to give women the access to these speakers that often they wouldn't have the opportunity to meet, or if they weren't part of these big conferences or programs where we would get to interact with them. So you wanted the average woman to have that opportunity to hear from them and for them to interact. You had some amazing speakers over the year, quite a diverse range. Tell us about the panel you've put together this year and why you've chosen them.
So this year we have Ibrahim Rasool.
Right.
And I don't like to say his wife because that kind of dilutes her identity. But because they are speaking together,
right,
I will mention that his wife, Rasida Shabuddin, is coming as well. They are speaking separately and together. So Ibrahim Rasool is talking about having the courage of your convictions. And that's a really, really important topic for us to speak about today in South Africa, because after March and March, there's a lot of Islamophobia that's happening online.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hate targeting Muslims. You should see the comments I get when I post a Muslima Today advert.
Yeah.
I'm getting comments like bomb squad, why don't you host this in India or Pakistan, etc., etc. So I think it's very important for this generation to now prepare for a new kind of setup in South Africa, for the lack of a better word. So he's going to talk about sticking to your convictions, because firstly, obviously, he was part of the veterans who fought against apartheid alongside Nelson Mandela. And then more recently, he's infamous, or I would say famous and loved by many, for being the ambassador to the USA who was kicked out by Trump. Right. And then Rasida is a life coach, and she's going to be talking about knowing your value as a Muslim woman, because often we let men tell us who we are and what we're supposed to be. And she's not like that. And the two of them, they have such a beautiful relationship. They're very open about the dynamics of their marriage when they talk to the media, and even on Facebook. You'll see, like, she'll talk about Ibrahim and their relationship and their children. And there was this interview with her where she spoke about how all their household chores are shared. And that's Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I was listening to your program on the way here.
Yeah.
He was like that, right?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. And so was my dad, rahimahullah. So they're going to be talking about love, deen, and family. That's going to be a joint session with the two of them. And then we have Shabnam Khan, who's such an example to all of us, where she was initially with Onion Tears, and then all these years later with the lost love of Akbar Manzil. She's really, really flown and grown so much as an author and individual.
Yes.
So for me, inviting her was very personal. And Zahra Suleiman, the reason I invited her was because somebody had a dream about me. And it was related to Palestinian martyrs. And I decided that that dream meant that this year somebody had to do something on Gaza.
Right.
And it so happened that I found out that Zora is working with Palestinian children from Gaza. And she's basically helping them with trauma. So we invited her from that point of view. Aisha Kilimbilo, spoken word poetess. I love her. We wanted something different in Muslimah Today.
Yeah.
Adam Dean, I really, really admire him as well. He's going to be doing the self-defense demo. And there's a lot that's been happening with women getting mugged outside Humble Coffee of all places. So he's going to be talking about preventative measures that you can take as a Muslim woman. And it's myself that's speaking as well, right at the end, inshallah. I'm going to address a topic called the greatest love of all. And I wasn't sure that I wanted to speak because it's difficult to organize and speak, but Allah plans and we plan, and somebody backed out at the last minute. So I decided that I would
you have
speak.
so much to share also. And like you so beautifully explained now who each of these speakers are. When I think of Shabnam also, I think how widely traveled she is as well. But also the fact that she's young. She's not necessarily... She's very open about what she wants in life and what she hasn't managed to get yet. About getting married and so many different things. And I think that's very relatable to many women as well that are ambitious and are driven. Also the relationship with their parents. She's got a very close-knit family also. So I love that. It's very carefully thought out. And I'm particularly interested in this dynamic with Ibrahim Rasool and his wife. Maybe that's a future Muslimah Today. You were leaning towards marriage conferences at one point as well.
I was, but we tried our first one, and the turnout and interest was not so vast. I think people are still embarrassed to be
I think so. But that's why I think this is so important for these discussions to
bring
come
it
out
in this way. Yeah,
it's very important. We want to give away, before we go into more details, to just alert our listeners. Sister Fatima has very generously said she's willing to give away 2 tickets. It'll be one winner getting 2 tickets, right? So you're going to get to take someone along with you to the Muslimah Today. And just hope you paid careful attention to who we spoke about. And then I'm going to ask you based on that information. But let's get into the logistics of this event. You mentioned this one's going to be different.
Yes.
How different and what's going to be different? I know you mentioned it's a sit down.
Yes.
People are going to get to eat at the table. Previously, it was buffets.
Yes.
So what's changed in the
firstly,
format?
it's on a Saturday, which is something that I am uneasy about because a lot of our sisters work on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons it always used to be on a Sunday. But this was out of our hands. We couldn't get the venue. We only used the NMJ Islamic Center for Muslimah Today because they can accommodate the crowd. There's a solar facility. Yeah. You can do everything. It's comfortable.
It's very convenient.
We have a very good relationship with the staff there. So we could only literally get the venue on a Saturday.
Sure.
Some women have responded very positively to that. Some have said, well, they work, so they can only come afterwards, which is sad, but what could we do? It is what it is, and Allah knows best. That's the first thing. The second thing is we've tried to vary the lengths of speeches. So it used to be 40 minutes and then a 20-minute Q&A. The only person that speaks for 40 minutes this year is our keynote, who is Ibrahim Rasool.
Right.
Everybody else's presentations are between 20 to 30 minutes. Then we have the spoken word by Aisha Kilimbilo, which is phenomenal. And then we have a self-defense demo as well. Lots of giveaways this year. I think we have something like 25 gifts to give away, prizes rather. And then lunch is for the first time ever served at the tables. The reason I'm laughing is somehow or the other, lunch has always been like one disastrous aspect of Muslimah Today.
Oh no.
It's always boxed lunches or buffets, and we can't get it right because there's so many women, and it's, you see, Muslimah Today is not a luncheon and it's not a dinner.
Yeah.
So everything has to be done in an hour. So this year we asked our caterer if she could possibly serve people at the tables, and she said it is very doable. So from that point of view as well, it'll be different this year, inshallah.
Lovely. So time and duration of the program.
Time, duration of the sessions, a lot more of interactive kind of sessions in between.
Okay.
And the lunch as well. Yeah.
So what time does it start?
So doors open. Doors open at 8:00. You must come at 8:00 because we have bhajiyas and sandwiches and some yummy cakes and tea and coffee that's served. But then we close that table at 8:45 sharp.
Okay.
Because like I said, the focus of Muslimah Today is the stage, not the food. And then at 9 we open. At 9 everybody goes into the venue, and then we start our program. We break for lunch for an hour and for Salat al-Dhuhr, and thereafter we continue until 4:30 4:30, but there are breaks in between, like stretch breaks and that kind
And
of
I know
thing.
what you mentioned previously, which a lot of women, so you accommodate for that, is if you cannot make a morning session, you come for the afternoon
Well,
session.
basically,
Is that
this is
possible?
our rule. To be fair to everybody, you
Yeah.
come in the morning, you collect your goodie bag, scan your tickets, get your wristband, which is your pass out, and you get a copy of the program. We never release the program in advance.
Okay.
You then look at the program there and you decide either you're staying for the whole day, which we recommend, or you coming in and out. Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting one. So we're going to give away 2 tickets, but this is happening. All you have to do is, Sister Fatima did suggest something to give away the ticket, but I'm going to ask you if you can correctly at least tell me 2 guests that will be part of this year's Muslimah Today. It's the 13th annual Women's Conference. You just have to pop us a WhatsApp message, 060-904-1056. Send me your name and details along with the answer, your full name, where you're from, and give me 2 of the guests that are featuring at Muslimah Today. This is going to happen this Saturday, the 29th of August. Doors open, like she said, at 8 a.m. It's taking place at NMJ Islamic Center in Morningside. The costing, people are paying the EFT. Can they buy at the door? Do they WhatsApp you for tickets? You know how Durban people love to do that,
Yeah.
eh?
My heart just skipped a beat when you
What?
said this week. It's really this week.
It's next, in a
It's
week's
this week, I
time.
know,
Yeah,
I
I thought
know,
I
I
got the
know, I
date
know.
wrong. I already said the time wrong
I know.
earlier, and a listener had a
No,
heart
no,
attack.
you got it right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Okay.
So basically, you cannot buy tickets at the door.
Right.
I get this query all the time. It's
I know,
not
it's a
possible.
Durban thing.
It's not a
Durban thing.
dinner. It's not a fundraising dinner or luncheon. We don't
Yeah.
mass cater. You're going to have to buy your tickets by Wednesday morning. You can
Okay.
do it online at www.ilmsa.co.za/MT
Right.
for Muslimah Today.
Mhm.
If you can't find that, if it's too much, I hope Salma will read it out again.
I
Just
will.
look for me on Instagram, Fatima Asmal, no
You'll find
H,
her.
or
Yeah.
look for ILM South Africa,
There we go.
and you'll find it. Just search for Muslimah Today 2026. You go onto this link and you buy your tickets. It's very, very simple. You can use your card or you can use your bank account. The other thing is there are pensioners and students rates, which are $220. For that, you're going to have to contact me directly. But go onto the same link and you'll find my number, and then I will assist you with booking those tickets.
And WhatsApp just goes next to me here. It's going wild.
Oh,
my
really?
WhatsApp screen is just like rolling.
Okay, that's good to know.
You know, sometimes we wonder and we joke whether people are even listening, because sometimes I don't interact much with people, but let me just give something and then boom, everyone's
That's why I
there.
asked you if you'd like to give something.
No, it's okay. I'm not even going
I
to choose
also
a winner
think that
right
we
now.
should. I think I want to mention that money is not just like a ticket. It includes your lunch. It includes your
Goodie
refreshments.
bag.
It includes your goodie bag.
Yeah.
And it includes like this amazing opportunity to interact with sisters from various backgrounds and to be inspired and interact with our speakers.
Oh, fantastic. Fatima Asmal, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to, while the song is playing, select those winners and
can we call
announce
out
it.
the link one more time?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. This is the book online link.
Yes. So it's www. It's ILM. That means Institute Learning Motivation, SA, stands for South Africa, .co.za/MT, which stands for Muslimah Today. But like I said, you can just go onto my Instagram, Fatima Asmal. It's full of adverts. And
Full
you'll
of
be able to-
adverts.
you'll be able to book. You'll find the
Just
link there.
Google Fatima Asmal, you'll find her. But thank you so much for joining me. And inshallah, at a Muslimah Today soon, I will
You'll be
seeing
speaking,
you.
inshallah.
Oh, ya Allah, no pressure. No, but